Now listen to what Senator Mitch McConnell had to say about the border. Roll that tape.
This is what a crisis looks like. This is what the Democratic leader spent last week insisting was extraneous to America's national security. Well, Mr. President, when it comes to keeping America safe, border security is not a sideshow. It's ground zero.
National Border Patrol Council President Brandon Judd joins me now. Brandon, nothing ever gets better. It only gets worse. And you know, most of the country doesn't know what's going on unless they watch Fox. I think that's reality.
Yeah, Stuart, right now I'm steaming. I'm so upset. When you looked at the visuals, what was most important to me was to look at how many Border Patrol vehicles that you saw right there in Eagle Pass. We saw 10 Border Patrol vehicles. That means that we didn't have any other agents patrolling the border in any other locations. That means the border was absolutely wide open. We can look at the number of people crossing the border illegally and we can say, yeah, that's a horrible picture. But what we have to take stock of is we have to look at how many agents are actually patrolling our border, or are they performing administrative duties, taking these individuals into custody, processing these individuals. And that's what we're doing. That means our border is wide open. That means the cartels have control of every single area of our border because they know that all they have to do is flood our resources in one specific location, like what's happening in Lukeville, like what's happening in Eagle Pass, and that then leaves the rest of the border wide open. That's why this is such an important issue. That's why it's such an important issue to national security. And unfortunately, we're going to see this play out over and over again, and we're going to pay for it sometime down the road.
Border Patrol agents, they seem to be completely overwhelmed because of the enormous numbers coming through. They're simply overwhelmed. Is that accurate? What's going on here?
We are. We're absolutely. Stuart, we're only deploying about 10% of our resources to the field. We've only got 10% of our resources patrolling the border. We should have 70%. In order to control the border, in order to be effective, you have to have 70% of your resources patrolling the border. Right now we have 10. That means the cartels control everything. That means the cartels are bringing in fentanyl. They're bringing in cocaine. They're bringing in aliens from special interest countries that want to do us harm. They're bringing in all of the dangerous products because we can't patrol the border properly. And even if we were patrolling the border properly, it doesn't matter. This isn't a resource issue. It's a policy issue. If we want to stop these people from coming across our border, we have to have consequences. Right now, we're encouraging them. We're releasing every single one of these people into the United States. That's why they continue to come. That's why the cartels are successful in advertising their services.
The presidential hopeful Nikki Haley says that she will deport all of those who've come to this country illegally under President Biden. Is that feasible? Is that realistic? If it's 7 million people, can you imagine deporting 7 million? I have a hard time with that.
So what it has to start is it has to start at first in, first out. So I'm sorry, last in, first out. If we start taking control of our border, if we stop these numbers from coming in, if we deport all these individuals that come in today, then we would get control of our border. Once we have control of our border, then we can start looking at the interior. Then we can start looking at going after the criminal aliens, those aliens that we know are going to do harm to our country. But you got to start it at the border, and she's right. But all you have to do is look at President Trump. We proved that under him. He proved that with policy, we can control our borders. We can go after the cartels. We can go after their profits. Right now, there's no turnover in the hierarchy of the cartels, and that's because everybody's fat and happy. What we want is we want a lot of turnover. We want chaos in the cartel hierarchy. Right now, that's not happening. We've got to go after the cartels. Trump proved that we can do it, and we got control of our border under him. Policy matters.
Brandon Judd, you may be steamed, but you make a lot of sense, and we'll see you again real soon. Come on. Thanks very much, Brandon.